Come along with us and find some cool rocks quietly and enjoy some time out in God's beautiful creation. Okay, I'm just losing my mind here. I'm so excited I can't contain myself. Look at the size of this puddingstone here on the Great Miami River down in Ohio. What a surprise to find for us such a big puddingstone on the Great Miami. A lot of people are amazed in some of our other videos that we find these puddingstones, which are much smaller than this one, on the Ohio River this far south in southern Ohio. And this beauty, when we found it, I can't get over it. Look at that. What a find. Stunning. It's gorgeous. Lots of reds, lots of colors. Beautiful puddingstone. So excited. So exciting. I really find it interesting that we found this puddingstone, this beautiful puddingstone this far south in Ohio. Do you think that the Ohio could potentially be a source for puddingstones and it did not travel from the Great Lakes? Do you think it could potentially have been formed here? Or do you think it might be a different conglomerate or a different type of conglomerate? Let me know in the comments. I love this thing. It's so beautiful. What a find. I love it. What a gorgeous, exciting find. Let's get back to some quiet rock hounding and stick around with us till the end. Also, give us a like and subscribe if you're enjoying this so far. We'd really appreciate it. Let's take a moment from rock hounding and discuss the unique history of this old railroad bridge abutment that we're always rock hunting underneath. Let's see what's going on. I've always wondered what it was about, so let's check it out. The concrete structures and the large stone formations you see here at the Obergeising Soccer Complex at Dravo Park are the surviving remains of a historic Chesapeake and Ohio C&O railroad bridge. The original purpose of the abutment was that it held up a major train trestle crossing the Great Miami River. The corridor was critical for moving bulk freight like coal and agriculture goods across southwest Ohio. Much like other infrastructure tracing the Great Miami River, the original lines in this area were severely impacted or completely wiped out during the Great Dayton Flood of 1913. Many rail lines were permanently elevated or realigned onto more robust concrete foundations following this disaster. This bridge has clearly been abandoned for a long time. As we see when we walk in, there was a ton of graffiti all over it. And it says, as the rail industry consolidated and highways became the dominant method for freight and transit, this specific right-of-way was eventually rendered obsolete and abandoned. So they just completely abandoned this bridge altogether and left these big concrete bridge abutments behind. While the massive steel spans and the wooden tiers were dismantled and scrapped decades ago, the heavy bridge abutments and concrete footings were too deeply anchored into the banks and riverbeds to easily remove. They remain at the river's edge at Dravo Park, now heavily covered in graffiti and surrounded by modern recreational paths. On the other side of the Great Miami, you'll notice Patty's Run Creek flowing in. Over Patty's Run Creek, there used to be another phantom bridge. I think that's really interesting. That bridge used to carry people, apparently for foot traffic and horse traffic and such. Additionally, along 128 on the opposite side of the Great Miami, you'll notice this historic stone homestead. I think it's really interesting to drive around and see all these different areas and parks and how they connect with one another, and these old ghost bridges. I think it's really cool. Two other nearby historic points of interest are the Old Mill Site, located just up the road at the southwest corner of Blue Rock Road and East Miami River Road. You can find the foundations of an early water-powered sawmill that utilized rock dams in the river. I think that's pretty cool. Also, the Indian Mound Lookout. At Heritage Park, which is located just a few miles north, I did a video where we rock hounded outside the earthworks. You can check that out. There is also the Indian Mound Lookout, situated on a high hill overlooking the river bottoms near Dunlap Station. This was a historic vantage point used by indigenous populations to signal up and down the river. What a cool area full of history. I highly recommend you come and take a visit, check out these two parks, and then do some rock hounding while you're there. Now let's get back to some quiet rock hounding out in God's glorious creation on this beautiful day. Thanks for coming along with us today as we explored the Great Miami River in Southwest Ohio and finding some awesome things like that giant Puddingstone and just some amazing things that we can tumble or just enjoy. And also the history of the area with the cool old railroad bridge abutment. What a beautiful, beautiful 2 days it was rock hounding, and thanks for coming along with us. I also hope you enjoyed the peace of God's perfect creation, and times like this in the world, it's wonderful to just get outside and to enjoy what He's created and allowed us to discover. If you like this and enjoyed this video, check out these other videos here. And thanks again for joining us. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day.